This is the Service Church coming back at you with another video, and this time we're continuing in the book of Psalms. We're going to do Psalm 42, or Psalm 44 rather, today. And let me just tell you, there is a lot to cover in this. We may end up breaking it into two separate videos. If so, that's completely fine, but there's a lot of meaty stuff to cover. It's very cool what's in this passage. But first off, who are we? We are the Service Church. And the Bible says that serving others is the quickest path to transformation and healing. 45 years ago, God gave a man we know principles from the Bible that have transformed tens of thousands of lives. These simple, practical principles and tools have set people free from guilt, fear, anxiety, and depression, and we are dedicated to sharing those principles and tools throughout the world. Now, before we begin, don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this and to click that like button, because when you click the like button, that tells the YouTube algorithm to go and share this video, not just with you, but with other people. All right, so in Psalm 44, there's a few things. We may not go through every single verse, but there's a few things that are really important here. So first off, verse 1, "Oh my God, we have heard." So underline, we have heard with our ears. Our fathers have told us, so our fathers, underline fathers, the work that you did in their days and the days of old. So I had a question for you. What stories did you hear from your parents? What stories did you hear from your grandparents? Whether it's about what God did in their lives, whether it's about their history. You have stories in your life. You have stories in your father's life, your mother's life, your grandparents' life. Make sure you tell those stories to your children and your grandchildren. Tell them to other people, because those stories don't just belong to you, and they have benefit for generations to come. And you see this, where he says, our fathers have told us of the work that you, God, have done. So what stories are you telling today? What stories can you tell about what God's done in your life, your father's life, your mother's life, your grandparents' life, all the way down the line? Go ahead and put a comment down below if you have a story that you would share. Verse 2, you with your own hand drove out the nations, then you planted them, you afflicted the peoples, then you spread them abroad. Verse 3, for by their own sword they did not possess the land. By their own arm they did not save them. By your right hand and your arm and the light of your presence, you favored them. So notice what he's saying here. He's saying, hey, it's not by you. It's not you that gets this done. In other words, these nations, they were not planted, and they were not favored. They were not successful. They were not rooted, and they did not possess the land by their own sword, by their own work, by their own arm. No, he's saying that it was God's right hand. It was God's arm. It was God's right hand. It was God's arm. It was the light of God's presence. And you favored them. What does the word favor mean? If you think you know the answer to that question, go ahead and put a comment below. But this is pretty key. Now we'll keep on going. You are my God, O God, though the victories for Jacob. Through you are my God, O God, command victories for Jacob. Through you we will push back our adversaries. Through your name we will trample down those who rise up against us. For I will not, circle not, trust in my bow. There's that word. There's those military terms again. So earlier it said that it is not by the sword, right? Military weapons, not by the sword. Now he's saying bow. So I will not trust in my bow, nor my sword to save me, but you have saved us from our adversaries. You have put to shame those who hate us. In God we have boasted all day long, and we will give thanks to your name forever. Now, how does Look at this right here. How does he respond when God answers his prayers? Does he go and forget about it? Does he start patting himself on the back? No. What he does is, in God we have boasted all day long, and we give thanks to your name forever. Right? So we see that there's a pattern here, and we see the kind of key message of what he's saying, that at the end of the day, there are these nations out there who were rooted, and it's not by their work. And again, the kind of context here is there are stories. He's talking about, and he's referring to the stories that he has heard in the past from his parents and his grandparents, from our fathers, right? And the first thing he talks about and related to that is the victories. So in this video, this focuses on what victories did all these nations have, and where did it come from? Because what he's saying is those victories came from God's right hand, God's arm, God's presence. So we're going to pause there. Next time that we do a video, we're going to focus on the next few verses. So we first focused on verses 1 through 8 in Psalm 44, and that really focuses on victory, right? God's works in terms of victory and what God has done. Next, we're going to talk about God's works, and it's a completely different kind of tone, but just as important. All right, everybody. Always great to catch up with you. If you have anything that you want to share, and what did you get out of this video, then put a comment down below. And then don't forget to like and subscribe to the video so that not only you can see more videos like this, but other people can see more videos like this. We'll see you all next time.